start off with the stock market today. Groupon CEO just stepped down and they missed earnings, and of course their forecast was not the best. So it went down about 30% today, still going down, possibly the lowest in the past 3 years that it's ever been. Chipotle had their E. coli breakout and they shut down all Chipotle stores in Washington state. So currently they are losing money right now. And we had a rally with UWTI, crude oil. We had a rally earlier yesterday for about 13% up, which of course I made a lot of money off of. And currently it is down because the beta is, right now is 2.2, which means it's clearly very volatile in the market right now. And Pfizer had their merger, possible friendly merger with Allergan, and that will be if they do combine, it would be approximately $600 billion in market capitalization. So that's what we're looking at for the biotech and pharma industry. So maybe, we don't know, J&J will be in trouble. Volkswagen actually had their announcement today that their emissions dragged over to 800,000 gasoline cars. So it's down about 9%, and we don't know what's going to happen later. They reserved about $2.2 billion because of these 800,000 gasoline cars, which totals their fines to approximately $20 billion within the next decade. And SanDisk was bought out by WD for about $19 billion, so hopefully we'll see great outlook for that. And back to my colleagues here.
Okay, so in Goodwill news, Retta Bush Bennett encountered something that caught her eye off the Interstate 65 in Prattville, Alabama on Sunday afternoon around 4 p.m. Bennett took pictures of troopers bringing meals to a father and son alongside a road with a sign that said money or food. Officer Dylan Williams has been with Alabama State Troopers for 9 years. While on a routine patrol, getting off exit 179, he spotted two men and did a workflow check, like an officer would. According to Officer Williams, this is his account of the story, and he's quoted saying, the son actually told me that was his dad up there and they were hungry and needed something to eat. By me having a son that just got to me. As I was traveling, I thought I'd go back and get them something to eat to make them have a good day. That's just they basically just said thank you and were very appreciative. Initially, Bennett thought that Officer Williams was there to arrest their father and son, considering the negative press that officers are getting lately. Williams says he was just living by the motto of the Alabama State Troopers, which is courtesy, service, and protection. As for the media publicity, Williams said, it's all been really good, but this stuff we do every day working at the state trooper in Alabama. We get people gas and help change tires, so this is not out of the norm. Just luckily somebody caught it, and I appreciate them catching a good thing we do. Being an officer, we have a lot of negativity, and this is a positive for us, a positive outlook. As for why she stopped to snap the photos, Bennett said, I simply wanted the gesture to be known. And it was just a great act of kindness. This is not his job as Christian. He went above and beyond trooper duty. So something good coming out of the press and police. Sorry, change. And then in other Goodwill news, what if you had a choice between stabilizing an incurable disease and living your life fairly long, or let the disease run its course? Well, according to a little girl, she was given a choice, and she chose the latter, which showed incredible bravery. 5-year-old Juliana Snow has a genetic disease called Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease, or CMT for short. CMT is a group of inherited genetic diseases that affect the peripheral nervous system. This can have multiple different effects. A majority of them involve the peripheral nervous system, the myelin sheath around the nerves. It's like a protection of the nerve cells. In 5-year-old Juliana's case, her model sheet didn't form correctly, and that's causing degradation of her nervous system. So that causes weakening of the body and just degeneration of her whole entire body function. So when asked by her parents, Michelle Moon and Dee Snow, what would she want to do if she got sick again? Go to the hospital or just let it run its course. Juliana responded, not the hospital. According to conversations with her parents, Juliana understands she'll probably not make it if she doesn't go to the hospital, and her parents plan to honor her choice. This has stirred up opposing viewpoints on the children's right to declare choice of life. Bioethicist Art Chaplin disagrees with Michelle Moon and Dee Snow. He is quoted saying, "This doesn't sit well with me, it makes me nervous. I think a 4-year-old might be capable of deciding what music to hear or what a picture book they might read, but I think there's zero chance of a 4-year-old can understand the concept of death. This kind of thinking doesn't really develop until the age of 9 or 10. His mentor, his former mentor, Dr. Chris Feudner, a pediatrician and ethicist at the Children's Hospital in Philadelphia, disagrees. He said that when there is more than one reasonable option, some stock must be put into their wishes. And according to those who interacted with Juliana, she understands the choice in front of her. According to her pulmonologist, Dr. Danny Hisa, Juliana is wiser than most 5-year-olds. While in the meantime, Juliana spends her remaining days in her princess room, typical of most 5-year-olds. According to sources, she is happy with steady support system of family, friends, and nurses. Juliana's faith is definitely one of her sources of strength. According to Michelle Moon's blog online, when told by her parents that they would not go with her, she replied, "That's okay, God will take care of me either way." And back to Steve.
All right, back to the gadget world. I'm going to be going over the latest release from Verizon and Motorola. They made a collaboration on the Droid Turbo 2. Last year was a big hit. Verizon was offering customers to upgrade early, and they're going to start doing that again. So, just as last year, it sports a 5.4-inch display, Quad HD. The biggest highlight for the Droid Turbo 2 is the new Motorola Shattered Shield technology. Basically, this is the first phone that has the ability to not shatter upon dropping it at a certain height. Another cool feature is Moto Maker support. For those who've probably gotten a Moto X and customized it on the Motorola website, now they're bringing that to the Droid Turbo 2. So you can customize the phone, every inch of it. You can do some etching on the back of it, just like Apple had for their iPods. The phone, when it is released, it comes with Android 5.1. It comes with a Snapdragon 810 processor, which is an octa-core processor. It comes in 2 memory formats, 32 gigabyte and 64. But if that's not enough for you, you do have a micro SD slot. Does come with 3 gigs of RAM. One of the best features, in my personal opinion, is the ability to charge the phone for 15 minutes, and you will get 13 hours of usage. For those people who like selfies, there's a 5-megapixel camera with a flash in the front, and there's also a 21-megapixel rear-facing camera. Now there's 2 options from Verizon Wireless, because this is only exclusive to them, but the phone is unlocked, so you could use it with GSM carriers such as AT&T and T-Mobile. Sprint, you're out of luck. Starting price for the 32 gigabyte Droid Turbo is $26 per month for the next 24 months. For the 64 gigabyte, it's $30 per month. Here's a little clip I'm going to show you. should be really popular for the parents, because kids always break their screens. Next up, we have Apple. They just recently released a couple of days ago the Apple TV. It's been 3 years since the last Apple TV. This is supposed to be a new OS, operating system. The great thing about it is that it has a faster processor. Now it actually has an app store just like the Apple iPhone and just like the iPads. So you can download apps that you can use on the television. It also comes with a new remote, which has like for those who've played the Wii, has like a motion sensor where you can play games like swinging it. But you also have new Siri capability, so you just use the remote and talk into the remote. So this is going to be the future of television. It's getting there. It's not 100% there yet, but also the new user interface is a lot more simpler than what TV manufacturers use, and it's going to be very starting price is going to be $149 for a 32 gigabyte, and for a 64 gigabyte it's going to be $199. And here's a little clip of it.
Show me something new.
Girls?
New girl.
Show me family movies.